Walk into gym wearing tiny 80s shorts and fake mustache. See the 9th of May 10 girl running on treadmill with iPod on. Walk up to her, motion for her to take earphones out. Tell her she's alright looking, but not really my type. Walk away and leave gym. Hang out in my car in the parking lot, flying my RC helicopter all over the place. Girl walks out. Do 30 miles per hour flybys inches above her head and chase her running and screaming. Drink the rest of my Nesquik and head home. You are my hero. Be 16 at new high school. Months pass, still no friends. People ignore me, bully me. Decide to host movie night to make friends. People show up, but don't like the movie. They tease me next day in school. No options left, but to try another movie night. 20 people show up, just to make fun of me. Put on my favorite Jim Carrey movie. They actually like it. Next day in school people start defending me. Hey, don't pick on Anon. He's pretty cool. Have a bunch of friends now. My face when no one cared who I was, until I put on the mask. Women's logic. Woman, who would you like to F? Mila Kunis or Jessica Alba? Man, lol, I ain't falling for that. Woman, it's okay, you can tell me, I won't be mad, I promise. Man, you promise? Woman, yay. Man, Mila Kunis. Later that night. Man, honey, do you want chimes or pizza? Woman, what the F do I know? Why don't you ask Mila Kunis? For 3 whole weeks. Ask a Satanist anything. How's the 8th grade going? Queen and Ed Moore 5 are the best. There's this band called Arcade Fire you should totally listen to lol. Lana Del Rey and Nicki Minaj woohoo. Hey, have you heard of these Gorillaz guys? Pretty underground but they're cool. I'm only 13, but I listen to good music like the Beatles and Queen. Not like that pop crap like Justin Bieber. I was born in the wrong decade. At a friend's house. Check out his iTunes library. Literally only one song. Linkin Park. In the end. Almost 30,000 plays. Be 9-year-old me. Have a bad stomach for 2 weeks. Doctors say I might be allergic to milk. Fat point JPG. I love Oh Boy chocolate mix and will never stop drinking it. Wake up one morning with extreme stomach pain. Spend entire morning on toilet. No more pains, thank God. Go out for breakfast, make tuna toast for me and my 5-year-old bro. Fking delicious, but something is missing. I crave Oh Boy now. My earlier stomach pains are completely forgotten. MMMH fking Oh Boy man. A few hours pass, playing Mario Kart with brother. He sucks, I'm laughing at him. Although he's only 5, he should know how to throw bananas. Laughing really hard by now. Can't breath. My face when he's driving the wrong direction. I win the round, waiting for everyone to end the lap. 5-year-old bro haven't even driven his first lap yet. My sides are now sprawling on the floor. I get this brilliant idea to fart in his face. Done this many times before. I pull down my underwear and put my ass cheeks towards his face. Let out a huge fart. Fart is followed by liquid sh. My peacefully playing little brother is now getting sprayed with sh. A few seconds pass. Bro looks like he's about to cry. Suddenly he screams louder than I've ever heard anyone scream before. Dad heard the scream. He comes in and sees his youngest kid sprayed with sh. Crying. I stand there without underwear. Shocked. Dad pukes. Little bro is crying. I begin to cry. Grounded for 2 weeks. I haven't drinked Oh Boy ever since, although I'm not allergic to milk. Make me look cool go. Could not make it much cooler. Here's what you do. Go in. Explain what you want. She does she complete opposite. Say thank you and leave. Works every time. Close calls. Be me. Be today. Driving home herp derp. Mostly wooded areas, not paying much attention. Transitions to lake area. People milling around. Still not paying attention. 60-year-old burnout on a fking bicycle. Rides out in the road. Swerve miss by inches. Car in other lane. Swerve. Miss head on collision by inches. Minivan on side of road. Jerk wheel back the other way. My car 108 is missing guardrail and minivan by mere fking inches. Burnout on bike rolls up. My windows are down obviously. Oh my god man, I'm sorry. That was fking amazing dude. That was so close. I don't even get paid for this sh. All of this what? We stare at each other without words for at least 10 seconds. I turn the car around and drive home. What the F did I just say? Meet drunk girl in a club. She tells me how thinks I'm hot and how she wants to F me. We make out for a bit. Conversation progresses. We begin discussing how girls are afraid to admit they masturbate. Get into a long conversation about traditional gender roles. I begin discussing how traditionalism is always detrimental to society and begin discussing my Marxist tendencies. She gets so bored she grabs a nearby guy and they walk off together whilst I'm still discussing the plight of the proletariat. You know what made Fellowship the best movie? Lack of female characters. It was just 9 brothers going on an adventure. Get dentist certification. F yes. Step 1 of dream complete. Get a job. Step 2 complete. Start out with only several clients a day, then bumped up to 50 cleans a day. This continues on for the next a few years. Become good friends with all of the other staff. Tell the senior dentist guy that the work I'm doing is becoming boring and feels meaningless. He says he's gonna tell me a secret. Put something in Thimouth and then start asking them questions. I tell him that's dick move. He smiles and says he knows. I try it. Holy F, I'm addicted. I love my job. Step 3 complete. I can die a happy man now. Be in middle school. Have pair eject in science class. Everyone does whatever they want, as long as it's science related. Think to myself, F it, I'll just hook a light bulb up to a potato. Teacher, be original. No helping plants grow with classical music. No baking soda volcanoes. No potato light bulbs. Sad face. JPG. Teacher, unless you can introduce something new to make one of those projects fresh and original. Me. F yeah. I know what I'ma do. In class, showing my potato bulb. M. Night Shyamalan twist. Been soaking potato in salt water overnight. Salt is an electrolyte. Light bulb is so bright, burns out. Teacher asks how my potato bulb is supercharged. Tell her about salt water. Go to the principal's office. But, why? Go to the principal's office, right, now. Walton office for about half hour. 2 police officers come in. Handcuff me. Tell me I'm under arrest. Read me Miranda rights. Walk me out of school. My face when I was arrested for assaulted battery. Subway store is thread. Be tonight. Get off work after 12-hour day. Hungry as decide to go to Subway. Go in. Land whale be behind counter. She's in the process of packaging up all of the sandwich fixins for the night. Mutter sorry we are closed with the typical fat bee attitude. Double chin flutters as she speaks. Say, the sign says you close at 9. She says yeah well at closing time. Point to the clock on the wall. It's 8:23. I just need a sandwich. She still wants to argue and tell me to leave. Ask if I can speak to the manager. She then says fine what they want. Building shakes as waddles over to the bread. Tell her I want a footlong club. She pulls out the sandwich stuff and start assembling the sandwich. Fking slaps all of the on the sandwich and slams it down on the counter. Then with the attitude, asks is that all sir? I'd like just a little mayo. She fking pours half the bottle on the fking sandwich. Is this be serious? Tell her no. I said a little mayo. You're gonna have to get a new piece of bread. Eventually she finishes the sandwich. Fking sloppiest looking sandwich I've ever seen. So sloppy a starving Ethiopian wouldn't touch. She starts ringing it up. There's no way I'm paying for this Then have a great idea, ma'am. I'm going to need 4 more sandwiches in addition to that. She says seriously? Yeah seriously? Yeah seriously. Go through the process of having her create 4 of the most godforsaken sandwiches man has ever seen. Have her load each up with cheeses and double meat and ranch and mayo and all of the toppings and sauces. 15 minutes later the fat bee is finally done. She's enraged and sweaty from the workout I just gave her. Tell her sorry, I left my wallet in the car. I'll be right back. Never went back. Senior year again. Time for a prank. Pranks have been since like 2006. Friends and I come up with genius plan. Buy a ton of bird seed. Go to the teacher's parking lot at like 2 AM. Dump bird seed everywhere. Didn't go exactly as planned. Teachers are like, the F is this bird seed doing here? The Mexican groundskeepers must be high as F, they think. A few hours later, every single car in the teacher lot is coated with birch. Horrible stench wafting from the parking lot. Some teachers puke trying to get to their cars. Some girl passed out because she's afraid of birch or whatever. Some cars had white stains all over them for the rest of the year. Some teachers replaced their cars. Administration has no idea who to blame. No evidence. No one speaks of it ever again. Friday, about 6 p.m. In room. Browsing 4chan and playing Minecraft. Dad comes in. Hey buddy, have any plans for the weekend? Not really, no. Why don't you go out with some friends? It's a nice night. Conversation continues for another 5 minutes. Dad asks about girls and my friends. I try to dodge around admitting I have no friends and have no experience with girls. But he knows. Okay buddy, just let me know if you ever want to ride somewhere, or you can borrow my car anytime you want. Pats me on the shoulder and leaves. I get back to Minecraft. After a few minutes, feel thirsty. No drinks in my room. Venture out of my room and go to the kitchen. Hear my father in the living room, crying. Look around the corner. He's looking through photo albums at pictures of me. Hey dad. He looks up, trying to hide that he was crying. I'm going out with some friends. Can I still borrow the car? He smiles the happiest smile I have seen in years. Sure thing buddy. He gets up and hugs me, tears in his eyes. I get dressed, get in the car and leave. I drive to an empty parking lot in an industrial area. I go to sleep in the back seat. Return home the next morning. Pretend I was out with friends all night. Dad hugs me again. I've been doing this almost every weekend for months now.